everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry and I am the owner and operator of Brush Paint Studio and Vintage in Konstancin, Poland. So while I wait for another furniture delivery, I thought it might be an interesting idea to actually give you a tour of my shop. Some of the things that I do, some of the things that I have that may be interesting for some people who live outside of Poland, and just to see what I do on a daily basis. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. I'm going to turn the camera around and you'll be seeing what I'm seeing. And I'll take you around and just talk a little bit about the things that I have. So. Okay, so we've just walked in the door and this is my shop. It's quite large. It's just under 100 square meters. So I think that's close to around 1,000 square feet, which is quite large for a shop. So some of the things that I have this old door. This is actually interesting. A friend of mine from South Africa who used to live in Poland, she went to a kind of a teardown house that's just down the road from here and asked the owners if she could take any architectural features. And she came across this door and took it, and it is so heavy. And her husband put these old nails on it to hang things. She actually had a shop across from mine. She had beautiful South African artisan products. But unfortunately for me, fortunately for her, she moved to Germany because of her husband's job, and she left me this, which is a great reminder of her. I have a few pieces from Switzerland. This is a really gorgeous, huge piece of furniture that I can't bring myself to paint. It's walnut wood. The top of it is in a little bit of a state, but it's not too damaged, but I just love how it looks. And I mean, if I was desperate and wanted to sell it, perhaps I would paint it, but I just love looking at it. We went as a family, we rented a trailer and drove down to Switzerland. Antiques in Switzerland used to be quite cheap, and now they're no longer cheap, but we went down and filled up the trailer full of old furniture, and this was one of them. And unfortunately I haven't sold it yet, but that's okay. Let me see. So I really like these little knick-knack shelves. I have a friend who makes these. They're epoxy, that two-step process. And the furniture decals, and basically what you do is you glue it to furniture and you can paint it. I got these in Switzerland, and I got this in Switzerland. It's it's not a bread bowl. Bread bowls are a little bit smaller than this. This is more like a feeding trough. And some of the furniture that I've painted. This is Nordic Chic chalk paint. I really like this chalk paint. It goes on really smooth. Here's a few milk painted projects that I did. This chair is from Switzerland. This is fun. So these plates are handmade, and they are done by a glass artist in the Polish town of Częstochowa. And basically how he does it is it's two pieces of glass, two thin pieces of glass, and then he puts the design in the middle and bakes it, puts it in the oven, and this is the final effect. old linen bag that I made a pillow from. I just stenciled using Fusion. If you have ever used different paints for stenciling on fabric and haven't been happy, I actually really recommend Fusion for stenciling. I've put this through the wash like 5 times because I was doing a test and the paint hasn't budged. It is a little bit harder on these spots, but this is a decorative pillow specifically for my shop, so it's not like I'm gonna be leaning on it. What else? Great map fabric. This is from Annie Sloan collection. I don't think you can find that one anymore. And some Polish linen, some Annie Sloan fabrics. And this is one of my favorite things. This headboard is probably from the 1970s. I actually have the full bed, and the reason that I got it was because it was broken and I wanted to do a paint technique on it. So I took, let's see if I can find it. I took a paint course from a woman in Poland who has taken the paint course from Dario Biagiani. He has a specific style of painting, and this is actually tempera paint, and it's about like an 8-step process. It's unbelievable, but the effect is completely authentic, rustic, you know, old world furniture. Let's see, what have I got here? Oh, I did a video, I think. I can't remember if I posted it or not. No, I must have. This is the paintboard technique. I used Fusion on there. Another little old relic of Polish communism. This is a Fusion. I put a glaze on there, and the color is French eggshell. See, this is something I just finished last week. It's milk paint and fresco. Had fun just playing around with that. Lampshade kit. You can get these from, if you are in the UK, you probably know about these. It's from Donald's, and it's kind of an arts and crafts supply store, and they do these lampshade kits, and basically what you do is you stick the fabric onto the lampshade. Let's see, so this is where we've come from. And there's my Fusion wall. This is a redesign transfer, just on wood. I really like the effect of it. Here's another redesign transfer. A few bits left over, iron orchids that I don't sell anymore, and then some redesigned molds. These are some things that I did myself. Just these little wall plates with little different decorations on it. I was just experimenting with clay. Here's another transfer. Redesign. These are actually, here's something interesting. These are new transfers from a woman in France, and they're just beautiful. They're called, I can never remember how to say the name. Amashi, I can't remember. Anyway, I can put a link on my page to see if anybody would be interested in those. What else? There's a Fusion. This is also Fusion with the stain and finishing oil. Here's another chair that I got in Switzerland. This is typical, this little cabinet is typical kind of between war furniture. Here's another one that I use Nordic Chic. I've got my little artisan enhancement station here. Some of the other designs of the moldings that go on furniture. Another lamp. This is a fusion. This is Nordic Chic. Pure and original. Love this paint. Unfortunately, Polish people weren't interested in it, so I had to stop selling it. That's a Nordic Chic product. Beads, wax candles. I just love the smell of those. And then this is part of my collection. I'll show you. Another paint pour technique. This is fusion with stain and finishing oil. Love how it feels. What else? Oh, I did this patchwork style. This is the Nordic Chic. Mustard seed, Farba mleczna is milk paint in Polish. One of my favorite things, can't bring myself to sell it. And this is a project I did with the iron-on decoupage technique. And we're back to the beginning. These are new in my shop. They're Kantha blankets from India. Love them. And then I did some tie-dye. Maybe somebody is interested in buying those. Yeah, so this is where I spend my time on Tuesdays to Fridays and Saturdays also, but just a shorter day. In the back, we've got my work area, which is why it's kind of hidden by the screen. And this is the table that I paint and sew and do upholstery and all kinds of stuff. And this is where the table where I measure fabric and kind of go over paint colors with everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed this quick tour of my shop. If you have any questions or comments about something that you may have seen, a technique that I've done that I quickly went over, please ask. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the like button. Also, I will leave links below to the products that I sell in my shop. So until next time, thanks for watching.